One of the best parts about living in Atlanta is that there is so much variety among the different areas and neighborhoods here. Whether you're looking for great schools or great parks, Atlanta has you covered. But with all the different neighborhoods, it can be hard to tell not only which ones are good, but which ones are good specifically for you. To help you get to the bottom of this, we're going to find out which Atlanta, Georgia neighborhoods are the best. What's up, y'all? Hope you're doing well. A few weeks ago, I had someone ask me to break down some of the best neighborhoods in Atlanta, Georgia. So I've come up with a few categories like the best neighborhood for parks, best neighborhood for schools, and best neighborhood for home values, and a few others to help you decide which neighborhoods are the best in Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, if you're thinking about moving to Atlanta or you have more questions about what it's like to live here, call me, text me, email me anytime. I'm really so thankful for everyone who has reached out to me. My favorite thing to do in the world is help people get acquainted with my hometown. Without further ado, let's talk about the best neighborhoods in Atlanta, Georgia. The best neighborhood in Atlanta for having parks and green space in the area, in my opinion, is Midtown. Midtown is located just east of Interstate 85 and a few miles north of Interstate 20. Some of the main roads that run through Midtown are 10th, 14th, and 17th Street. But certainly one of the best parts about living in Midtown is having Piedmont Park so close. Piedmont Park is one of the largest parks in Atlanta, Georgia. There's a big lawn there, lots of trees, walking trail, ponds. As for green spaces in Atlanta, you really can't beat Piedmont Park. Also in Piedmont Park is the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, a great place to spend time, one of the best attractions in Atlanta, Georgia. And then while we're talking about parks, we certainly need to mention the new Westside Park in Atlanta. Westside Park is really set to become the largest park in the city of Atlanta. It's relatively new. Right in the middle of Westside Park is a lake/rock quarry, lots of trails there, lots of green space, one of the best parks in the city of Atlanta. Midtown really is a great place to live. Average home value there is about $800,000 to $850,000. Really, there's a range of about maybe 400 up into the millions. And so with the park and with the location of Midtown, the home values there, as far as living in the very center of the city of Atlanta, you can't beat Midtown. It's an amazing part of the city of Atlanta, and if you're looking for parks, there's nothing better than Piedmont Park. You might be asking, why is that so important to have good interstate access in Atlanta? We all know that the traffic in Atlanta is horrible, but if you can have quick access to the interstate, you're really cutting down your commute a lot, as there typically is a lot of traffic on the side streets of Atlanta, not only on the interstate. So if you're close to the interstate, you really can get all around the state very quickly because of the interstate system in Georgia. In Atlanta, we have a few interstates running through the city. Interstate 285 goes in a circle around the city of Atlanta. Interstate 20 goes east to west through the middle of Atlanta. And Interstate 75 and Interstate 85 go north and south again through the middle of Atlanta. Unfortunately, right in the middle of the city of Atlanta, Interstates 20, 75, and 85 all meet together, and as you can imagine, cause a lot of traffic. So if you can avoid some of this middle of Atlanta interstate traffic, it's super helpful. If having good interstate access in the city of Atlanta is important to you, then Mechanicsville is certainly one of the best neighborhoods to live in. Mechanicsville is located just south of I-20 and west of 85, but the important part here is that it's tucked in between those two interstates, really giving you access to both very easily. The average home value in Mechanicsville is about $350,000, with a range of 200 to about 700,000 for a home. Really, that average 350 is an absolute steal in the city of Atlanta. Another neighborhood for having great access to the interstate is any home that's in the downtown area. Again, downtown, similar to Mechanicsville, is kind of wedged there in between 85 and I-20. So it really gives you good access to both of those interstates, allowing you to get all over the state very quickly. All of the specific information that I get about the schools in Atlanta come from a website called greatschools.org. It's an amazing resource if you're wanting to know more about any school or any school district or any city. That website really provides a lot of awesome information. Unfortunately, many of the public schools in Atlanta are kind of average. Many of the people who live in Atlanta who have kids attending school do private school. So it can be kind of hard to find one of the best school districts in Atlanta. These couple schools that I'm going to give you are some of the best ones in the city. According to greatschools.org, Westlake High School is a 7 out of 10 and recently received a College Success Award. Westlake High School has a very high graduation rate, especially considering the other schools in Georgia. And while it's not really in the middle of Atlanta, it's kind of in the southwest part of the city of Atlanta. It technically has an Atlanta address, but it's really more so in the South Fulton city. And then Brandon Elementary School in Buckhead, according to greatschools.org, is a 9 out of 10. Certainly one of the best elementary schools in the city of Atlanta. The Buckhead neighborhood is really one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of Georgia. The average home value there is about $1.2 million, with a range of about $700,000 up to about $5 million for a home. I know those home values in Buckhead are pretty high, and not all of us have a budget for a $1 million house. So one of the categories that I'm going to talk in this video is best neighborhood for home value. Again, the best neighborhood in this category is Midtown. Midtown just really is one of the best neighborhoods in the city of Atlanta. Really hard to beat. Again, the park is really great for community. Lots of people spend time there. It's a great place to go for a walk or a jog. And then being in the heart of Atlanta, it's just so close to so many things, really allowing people to get together, spend time together because of how well located Midtown is. Atlantic Station is an awesome attraction there in Midtown. It's kind of like a live, work, and play area. They've got a movie theater, a bunch of restaurants, lots of places to just sit and spend time, get coffee, get lunch. Really, Atlantic Station is an awesome area in Midtown. If you're ever in Midtown, you definitely want to check out Atlantic Station. Also, Midtown is really close to one of the most densely populated parts of Atlanta, which is Virginia Highlands. And so these few factors really allow Midtown to be a great place. Midtown really just has so many things going for it, especially a great neighborhood for building community and building relationships. The average home value in Atlanta is about $700,000 for a home, with a range of about $200,000 up to about $4 or $5 million. So finding a neighborhood in Atlanta that doesn't quite break the bank can be difficult sometimes. Mechanicsville, as we mentioned earlier, is a great neighborhood for this. Again, Mechanicsville has an average home value of $350,000, which is amazing in the city of Atlanta. Mechanicsville is just a few miles from downtown and Midtown, and really overall a great neighborhood to live in. Many of the homes in Mechanicsville were built in the 1920s and 1930s, and so yes, many of those homes are aged and could have some problems, but also there are quite a few homes in that neighborhood that have been renovated. And so finding a renovated home in Mechanicsville for around $350 is absolutely a great deal. And then personally, my favorite neighborhood in Atlanta is Grant Park. Grant Park doesn't have the best of either one of these categories, but overall it has a lot of great amenities. It's still very close to the interstate. As you can imagine, it has Grant Park in Grant Park. Also, the price ranges in Grant Park are great. Average price range there in Grant Park is about $400,000, $500,000 for a home. Overall, Grant Park really has a lot of things going for it there. It's got a lot of benefits. Maybe a close second to my favorite neighborhood would be Midtown. Again, we mentioned Midtown a lot in the video here. Close to the interstate, it has Piedmont Park right there. If the city lifestyle is not quite for you, you're looking for something more quieter, more suburban-like, then check out this video over here where I talk about the best suburbs in Metro Atlanta. See you in the next video.